everybody, this is Ingrid. Welcome to the Handmade Girl. It is one of the first beautiful days of spring and we are going to take a walk out to the chicken coop. I'm guessing there is lots to be done after the long winter months when it's cold, and as you care for the chickens you hustle your butt out, you do what has to be done, and you hustle in. So now on these gorgeous days it's time to do more of the tedious work. Here's our ladies, kind of in their mud zone right now. It's mud season. We have 9 ladies, 9 hens, and 1 rooster by default. We thought he was a female, and then it turned out to be a male. So this is a black Australorp. You see she's got a little green tint. All of these are brown egg layers. This is our rooster. He is an Easter egger, and his job is pretty much to fertilize eggs if we want chicks, and to take care of the ladies, to raise a ruckus if somebody should come by that is not supposed to be around. Somebody asked me the other day, well, if you don't have a rooster, you don't get eggs, do you? And the answer is yes, you get eggs no matter what. The only reason you would want a rooster is if you want chicks. So the girl kind of towards the back, brown, she's walking away now. She is the Easter egger female, so she lays green eggs. Beautiful eggs. And then we have the whites. Leghorns, I believe. The golden ones are buff Orpingtons. If anybody is interested in getting into chickens, she is our little buff, smaller than typical, but I always say Orpingtons are the breed to go if you are a new egg chicken person. So this is the coop Tony made. They do not like snow in the winter, so Tony made a little lean-to for them so they wouldn't get their feet snowy. That's their water there. We try to keep the water outside all winter because of humidity. They don't want humidity in the coop because it could cause frostbite on their toes and on their combs. So I think what I am going to do now is I'm going to throw in some, we wood chipped black walnut last summer. And black walnut is not good for the garden because I'm not sure what is in it, but it kills everything that it comes in contact with on like growing plants. So it's good for in the coop because nothing's going to grow up here anyways. So we'll just put it just to give them a little bit of bedding to scratch in, and so that they aren't just walking around in mud and poop. So I'll do that, and I'll give them a little fresh food and water, and we'll check for some eggs. We typically like to have our chickens free-ranging. They're really fun to watch, and they just have a heyday out in the grass, picking ticks and bugs and worms. But we lost quite a few to a fox that lives right here in our woods. And so we thought about, well, do we get rid of the fox? And we thought we don't want to get rid of the fox. We enjoy having him around. And so the option was to just fence in the chickens. So we do have them fenced in. Ideally, we would close off that part of the coop and let that kind of grow up and green up, and then kind of rotate the chickens between the two grazing areas. So far we haven't done that, but maybe we'll do it this year. You can see the chickens are kind of now up, all pecking around, looking through some of the wood chips I just threw in here. Give them a little stuff to do. This is the waterer, and in the winter we have trouble with it freezing, so it sits on this little water heater, and that keeps it from freezing. And then the water's full, but I'll just dump out, get fresh water down. And so now we could probably get it off of the heater, although it might get cool again. It is spring. There's their door, and that's just, we have to shut that in the evening And typically they're all in by 4:30 these days. They're already roosting, so it's super easy. Just come out and shut the door. The boys can do it. Our boys are 3 and 5. Inside we have their feeder. And then we have the light on. And the light, I suppose, does provide some heat. But mostly it's to provide light to trick the chickens that there are more daylight hours than there really are. They need 14 hours of daylight to lay an egg. And so if you don't have the light on in the winter, you won't have eggs. And there are two schools of thought with that. Some say it's good to give the chickens a rest. And some say you want eggs. So here's Buff. Buff is in. She's laying an egg. So they're just super gentle. The boys pick them up. We take them to preschool to do a little show. Here's our green egg from our Easter egger. I should have brought my basket out because it looks like... This is what we do. This is collecting eggs. In the winter we collect, every hour or so, a couple hours, just because they could freeze if it's really cold out. Otherwise, usually, by early afternoon, they are done laying for the day. And of our 9 hens, we get about 6 to 8 eggs a day. So I'm happy with that. Gives you a little bit of an idea what our coop is like.